Hi, it's your favourite Yorkshire demo here. This is Suzanne at Hullahbaloo.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in West Yorkshire. All the products that you see today can be purchased over at Hullahbaloo.com by clicking the shop button in the top navigational bar. Today's project is this one. So this one is very cute. It is a fold flat DSP box that only has glue on the belly band. So if I take the belly band off, you'll see what I mean. So it has glue for the sentiment and the band itself, of course these little flowers, but the box itself doesn't. It's made from a single 6x6 sheet, which means that you can get, out of a current stack of paper, you could get 40 of the bases. If you then incorporate this, you'd still get a good maybe 20-30 out of them. So easy to make lots of, and as you can see, it's just a number of folds that bring the box together, and then the belly band fits on over the back and keeps those two flaps together, like so. Slide that into the middle, and then the top there is now a gorgeous little focal point. So it says, "I hate to break it to you, but you're stuck with me, friends forever." And it's got matching little jewels in the centre, and I'll show you how to do those as well. So this was Fresh Freesia, which is one of the new in colours for 2021, and this is Gorgeous Grape. This time I'm going with something slightly different. I've gone for Polished Pink, which is a in colour with Fresh Freesia, and I've gone for the strip in Melon Mambo, which is from the Brights collection. I'm going to show you how we put this together. So we'll put those to one side, and I'll tell you the measurements for those in a minute, not middle. Put my teeth in. So this is a 6x6 piece. You don't need to cut it. This is how it comes in the packet. And then on the scoreboard, we're going to do something different to what we normally do. We're not going to score, we're just going to notch. We need to notch at 2, at 3 and at 4 on all 4 sides. So that's 2, 3, 4, and again 2, 3, 4, and again 2, 3, 4. So now you'll have 3 sets of notches on each side. So if I can, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. Maybe at the top there, if I hold it in the slide, one there, and one there on all 3 sides. What we need to do is match the 2 nearest, the 2 middle, and then the 2 furthest along each side. So I'm going to grab my steel ruler to do this, and then I'm going to use my my stylus from the scoring tool. So this is the 2, 3, 4. This is notch, the 3rd notch on the top side, and it's the 1st notch on the next side. So the 2 that are closest together, we score those first. Then it's the middle notch and the middle notch. Score those. And then it is the 1st notch and the last notch, so the 2 furthest apart, like so. So then we get, she says we get, let's say we get the sides that we want for bringing the box together. Now I'll let you in on a little secret. That's 1st notch, we don't actually burnish. We fold it, but we score it, but it's just there for a little mark for us. Okay, so the next side, we need to do 1st notch and the 1st notch. We need to do the middle notch, which is where I'm losing them now. The other side's no easier to see. There we go, so middle to middle. Is that it? In fact, I'm going to get my pen, because I think that's the only way I'm going to see these. So there, there, and there, 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 and there, 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 and there, 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 and there. Right, hopefully you can see them better with that as well. So first notch to first notch, middle to middle, and then last to last, and then return it. We do it again. So first to first, middle to middle, and third to third. Turn again, first to first, middle to middle, last to last, and that should be all of the sides now. Yes, it is. Okay, so for the folded lines, you don't fold this first one, you do the second and the third. So that first inner one, and then the middle one, like so. Again, so the inner one, then the middle one, then the inner one, and the middle one, and then the outer one, inner one, and the middle one. So now we should be able to bring that up, but with the bit, because the bits aren't cut, we can't do the final segment yet. So you'll see now what we do. So I don't know if you can see that there, but you've got lots of, like a grid almost, with a large square in the centre. So we want to, on the side here, so I'll draw this, you've got a triangle here, got a triangle here, and then you've got this big triangle here and a big triangle there. We want to get rid of these two little triangles, and then we want to fold down the middle of this square. So this is a square here, like so. And we do that on all four sides. So we get rid of the triangles, like so. We do that on all four sides first. So rid of those triangles, and again rid of the triangle, and there we go. And then the last side. So this box is reminiscent of, if you've ever seen envelope punch board boxes, the envelope punch board used to notch these little triangles out for you so you didn't have to do it. So this is what you're left with. These squares here are the ones that we now need to fold. So what we're going to do, if we, right, yeah, there's the best way to describe it. So you've got the square there, you've got these two sides. You need to bring those two sides in to meet one another so that they form the edge of the box, and then you pinch that inner square. So bring them up, and from the inside just pinch that little square. So I'll show you that again. So push the square down, bring the two sides together like so, and then inside just pinch that square so it's got its line. Again, push the square down, bring the two sides together, pinch the inside, and the last one, push that square down, bring the two sides together and pinch the inside. Now if you want, you could bring those squares together and just burnish them, give them an extra bit of a crease so that they know what they're doing and so that they know who's boss. So now you're left with this. That means you can now bring the box together like so. But as you can see, I'm just going to pop back open. So this is where this little band comes into play. We want to, in the middle of the band, so bring the box together, form its shape, and then we pop the band centralised. I don't want to score the band, as that's when it becomes a little too tight. And what I do is I just line it up like so, and I fold it round its edge. Not too tight, just enough that it'll keep that from popping up. And then we do it again on this top edge here, and then the same around this side, like so. And as you can see, if I move that like that, it's got some wiggle room. So what I do now, just to give it a bit of reinforcement, is now I use those lines that I've folded and I pop a bit of a burnish across them, like so. And there, it still moves. But if I flip it over to the top, you can see that it's not quite meeting up. So this is where this comes into play behind our sentiment there. Just going to pop a bit of Seal Plus on each of those tops, like so. And then while they're in the centre, going to pop, I'm going to use the reverse side so it's different. I'm just going to line that up. Yeah, that way is better. Line that up and give that a press. And there we go. So now we've got our belly band that slides on and off. And there we go. So now that all that's left is the sentiment. So I've got a piece of basic white scrap. I'm just going to move all these other bits out of my way. I've got the matching Melon Mambo ink, and I'm going to stamp from the Lighthearted Lines cling stamp set. So this is red rubber and it's all funny things. So I'm sorry for what I said when I was hangry. Don't grow up, it's a trap. Everything is figure outable. Thanks for lending an ear and keeping a straight face. Hate to break it to you, but you're stuck with me, friends forever. So that's the one I'm using, which is this one here. I'm going to pop it onto a D block so I can see right round it. Ink that up with matching Melon Mambo. And then I'm going to put it as close to the straight edge as possible so I can use that as a guide. That didn't quite stamp well enough for my liking, so I'm going to do that again. Much better. And then I'm just going to use my long scissors to box that off into a rectangle around the sentiment. And there we go. Then that can stick in the centre there. I'm just going to trim that edge because it's not quite straight. That should be better. Okay. And then I did my flowers. And we need to do this piece first. These are the Silver and Clear Epoxy Essentials. And I am using, did I use the silver ones? I did, I used the silver ones. And all I'm doing is taking a dark Melon Mambo blend and colouring 3 of them in. And this is to get that inner on the flower matching. And because they're alcohol, once they're dried, that will stay that colour. So I'll leave those to dry a moment. As you can see, these ones I coloured in Gorgeous Grape. They look beautiful. So we're going to get this done. For the little flowers, I have used the strawberry builder punch. And as you can see on the strawberry builder, apart from the strawberry and the leaves, there is this cute little flower. I'm just going to pop this in here to get 3 flowers out of it. So 1, 2, and the 3rd one, 3. There we go. And then what I do with these is I pop them on my thumb. I get the back of the Takey Pick and I give them a press to give them a bit of dimension. Do it again. It doesn't hurt if you do it on your thumb pad. Well, it doesn't me anyway. I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals, so we'll grab those. I'm just going to grab 2 of the larger ones, 1 for each side. I'm going to pop this on the top of the box, like so, in the centre. And then these little flowers will then come in, and I'm going to put these on glue dots. I'm going to use the piercing tool as well. So if we pop 1 flower on a glue dot, you can then get underneath. I'm going to pop 1 up here. Put these 2 on as well, and then I'll pop my little jewels on to finish. Put 1 over here. And then 1 over here. Beautiful. And just as we finish these off, I'm just going to give them their dimension back, squashed them a bit, putting them on the glue dot sheet. And then we bring those gorgeous jewels in that we've coloured, and we pop them into the centre there, like so. Ooh. Oh, you stick it to your finger, you don't put it on your project at all. Or you peel its back off and don't stick it to anything. That one didn't quite work, did it? Quickly, let's colour another one. Making sure I get under the sticky this time. There we go. And pop that on. There we are. So everything out of the way. We've got our 2 cute little fold flat boxes that, of course, when you're not starring them, can fold completely flat. There'll just be a little dimension on the belly band. So I hope you've liked today's project. As I said at the beginning of the video, all the products you've seen today can be purchased over at hullahbaloo.com by clicking on that shop button at the top. Before you go through to the shop, make a note of the hostess code, which is in the top right hand corner. This code, when input at the voucher section of the shopping process, will put you into a hostess club, which means you'll get an extra little freebie from myself. This will follow separately as I send them direct from me rather than from Stampin' Up. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.